You also have submitted a photo of a person you admire here. In this video down here, I explain how to pick your photo and what makes a good photo for this project. So if you have not selected a photo yet, watch this video and then submit a photo, and then you'll be ready for this video. You can see right here, there's a link to the program we're going to be using. It's called Photopea. And right below it are step-by-step instructions for editing the photo. This is what that link looks like. We're gonna follow this exactly. The photos are of someone working in Photoshop, but the words is what you can follow in Photopea, and you'll see what I mean. But this is the steps written out. If you would prefer to go by the words, the step-by-step guide, and then you can stop right here before they get to step 3. So that link to this, again, is in the mixed media folder, step-by-step instructions, but you can go to Photopea in Schoology. You click on it, it opens it up for you. I like to work on Photopea in a separate browser, so you just have to search photopea.com and you can be in a separate browser. To open your picture into Photopea, first, if your photo's on your phone, you have to get it on your laptop. Or you can edit on your phone actually. The Photopea app on your phone isn't too tricky, but it'll be easy on your laptop. You can email your photo to yourself and then open your email on your laptop and download your photo that way. But for now, I know my photo's on my laptop. I'm going to go up to File, click on Open, and I'm going to find my photo. I'm going to open it, and I have my photo nicely in the program now. Some of you might need to crop your image, so you could go to this dotted rectangle here and select what you want to crop, and then go up to Image and crop it. Not a lot of you will need to crop it if you picked a photo that focuses on the face. So I'm gonna actually undo all of that. So if you don't need to crop your image, you can just get started. We're gonna go up to Image here, go down to Adjustments, and then this whole column pops up. Up here are kind of the typical edits you would make on a photo. So Photopea is like a knockoff Photoshop, by the way. Photoshop is like a professional program that photographers often use to edit. Designers will use Photoshop, and Photopea is a knockoff version. And I love Photopea. It's free. You can access this website anytime after this project is over. So up here, like the typical edits, like editing the brightness and contrast, editing the color, you're going to go all the way down to Posterize right here. You're going to click on it, and what Posterize does is breaks up your image into these rough shapes. All of you are going to go to level 10 at this step. So I could move the slider up to level 10. You see how it's adjusting the number? Or I can type the number in and click enter, and it will bring it to level 10 on the slider for me. I'm going to click OK. My image is broken up into these rough shapes. His skin isn't smoothed and blended anymore. It's these rough shapes going on now. That's what we want. You're going to go back up to Image Adjustments, and then you're going to go down to right below Posterize, which is Threshold. You're going to click on that, and it makes your image black and white. Also, I kind of did it really quickly, you can click on this window and move it around to get it out of your way. Most of us, our number's probably going to end up between 100 and 140. What you don't want is you don't want to make the image too bright. So when I move the slider over to the left, it makes everything really white. And I don't want to make it too dark. Both cases, you lose the facial features. You want to find a happy middle ground where none of the facial features are lost. So if I go even like to right here, the face is lost a bit. I don't see the nose that well. I don't see the lips or the eyes that great. You will probably want to slide it over a bit until you see that nose. And I'm going to slide a little bit more to see more of the nose, the eyes, the lips. And somewhere around here for my photo is good. For your photo, the number might be a little bit different. For my photo, 130 is Perfect. I'm going to click OK. And now I'm going to go up. We've gone to File and Image before, and now we're going to go to Filter right here. Click on Filter, go down to Blur. Then this column pops up, and you're going to go down to Gaussian Blur. Gaussian Blur comes from the word gauze. It's because like gauze is when you get a cut or a wound or whatever, and they wrap it around with gauze to stop the bleeding. It's called a Gaussian blur because when you look through gauze, everything gets blurry. So when I click on this, my whole image gets blurry. For our project, we don't want the image to be super blurry like this, but we do want the edges of our image to get blurred. So if I go too far to the left, the image is still really sharp. If I go too far to the right, it makes it super blurry. I am probably going to end up, and most of you will probably end up between 2 and 3. And I'm looking at like these detailed areas of his eyes and his nose and noticing if the details get too lost or if I can still see the details. So I think around 2.5 will be good. Again, we want the edges to be blurred, but we don't want the whole image to be really blurry. If you're looking at your photo and your eyes are starting to hurt because it's so blurry, you're going to have to adjust this scale. Click OK. And now you're going to go up to Image again and go down to Adjustments. And you're going to go all the way down to Posterize. And you're going to click on that again. Bring the scale, it stops at 3 for me. Bring it all the way to the left. It brings you to 2. And what that does is that it brings everything back into focus while still keeping what the blur filter did, where it smoothed out all these edges. If it's over here, it's nice and smoothed out. Over here, it's still a little blurry. So you want to bring it all the way to 2 so that the edges are still smooth, but it's now in focus. And you're going to click OK. And that's a perfect photo for this project. The facial features are still visible. You know, it's black and white. The edges are smoothed down. It's not blurred from the different effects that we've done. This is a perfect image for our project. So what you'll do is go up to File, Export As, and click on JPEG. Make sure this slider here goes all the way to 100%. Click Save. You'll save it. For me, I already have a file named that, but that's okay. You're going to go back to the Mixed Media Portrait folder, and you're going to go down to Edited Photo and submit your photo. Then you're done. So if you're still working on this and you want to keep working on it, you can just go down to File, Save as PSD if you want. But if you're done, you can export it as a JPEG and then submit it into the edited photo. And that is how you edit your photo. If you have questions, please message me on Schoology. Some of your photos might be a little trickier. I can test them out and see if I can find the issue. But most of you, if you follow these steps, you should be good to go.